was 1999, I came over here to go to drama school, try and seek fame and fortune or whatever, like, you know. And I came over, and of course, like any young Irish immigrant as I was, I lived just off the Kilburn High Road, so I was having pints in the Kingdom and in the Sir Colin Campbell, and like, there's nodding heads here, knowing exactly what I mean. And yeah, so there you are, there's waving and everything. So, and I would be in there nights, because like as a young actor, I didn't have work, so I wasn't on stage. And I'd be in spending money I didn't have on pints of cider and pints of Guinness and talking to the old fellas at the bar. And these were guys and the stories they told me, and you know, I remember a lot of them, but I don't remember as much as I'd like, you know. And these guys are gone now. You know, those guys are sat there chatting to and having a crack off from wherever they were from, whether it was Tip or Carol or Kerry or anything. And that's why something like this, I think, is so important. Isn't it brilliant to hear that and to know other people as the generations go on will hear it too. And the great thing, even though the audio is gone from those men in Arlington House, there are transcripts. And right now I'm going to read the story of a gentleman, and his name was Peter. And this is from an interview with Peter. And he lived a working life digging the tunnels where you could be drowned, you could be gassed at any minute. You know? Sounds typical, sent an Irishman down mine. Through the copper mill and down the tunnels, this is called. So this is Peter's story. I came over here when I was 15 years of age. That would have been in 1954. I came over to my father. I wasn't even 15, so I wasn't old enough to look for a job. My father had been here since 1940. He was a television engineer. He was on night work. He worked for the government during the war, and that's how he didn't have to go into the army. We lived in Enfield, Middlesex. I got a job in a factory, on a machine, I stayed a year, and then I went back home. I didn't like it here at the time. Well, I was brought up in the country. And when you're brought up in the country, you can't get used to the city here. In Ireland, you're going out with greyhounds. You're going out with ferrets, and you're going catching rabbits and fox hunting and chasing hares with greyhounds. You don't get that here in London. You don't. But when I went back to Ireland, I didn't like it. I stayed a year in Ireland, got fed up, came back to England. You get a taste of London. We used to go roller skating, and with air guns, and we go shooting up in Netton Forest, and this and that and t'other. It was a different life again. I got fed up over in the bog, so I came back here again. I settled here when I was 17, and then I got married when I was 20, had 4 children and brought them up. It was 1960 when I got married. We lived in Enfield. I had a 3-bedroom house, 3 sons and a daughter. I got divorced. That was it again. That was after 12 years of married life, working 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night, Saturday, Sunday and the lot, and that still wasn't good enough for her. She met somebody else. But that's it. A man can't be everywhere when he's working and bringing up a family. There was plenty of work. I was in the Enfield roller mills making copper. That was a dangerous job. There was many a man killed. The furnace can blow up a ton of copper in the same state as boiling water, that there was no second chance. It was all Irish. A few Scotsmen, 1 or 2 Poles, but out of 1,000, there were 950 Irish from the West. Immigration, of course, yeah. That's what it was. Very few emigrated from Kildare, because it was farming country. Most people had land and cattle. They didn't have to work for nobody. They were born rich, put it that way, or near enough. My workmates were mostly from Cork, Kerry, Limerick, Tipperary, especially Galway, especially Mayo, Connemara. I met lots of Connemara men, and Clare men. I met a few Clare men, not many. Plenty of Dublin men. But you wouldn't get many of them working. But Jesus, no. Only fools work. It's true though. That was the words of Peter. there. And like I say, it's magic to have those words and to be able to perform them. It's a great honour for me to perform that and do that and make those words live again. And if anything, you know, this project is exciting from that point of view as well, to be able to do that. Because, you know, I came here to be an actor, I came here to be a storyteller. And I think as, you know, our heritage and our gift as Irish people is to tell stories. We tell them really well, and we have really, really good stories. So I hope if you can support this project in any way you can, because I think it's so, so important. Have a great evening. Thank you very much.